My father said that I could get a puppy of my very own. But he also said that we're going to go to the dog pound to get the puppy because puppies there, if they weren't adopted in a certain period of time, they were put to sleep. So the day came and we're off to the dog pound and I was so excited. And I'm looking very carefully at all the little puppies in their cages. And then my eyes lit upon the one. You know what I'm talking about. When you see the one, you know. Pecos, give it up for Pecos. Well, I love this little puppy. And the first thing we had to do when we took him home is give him a name. So my brother came up with a great idea. He said, let's call him Sergeant. And I said, okay. He goes, you want to know why I want to call him Sergeant? I go, why? He goes, because sergeants are always on duty, get it? But because my brother was also taking Spanish, he said, no, a more creative name would be Pecos, because that is the Spanish name for sergeant. So Pecos it was. Now, Pecos was very intelligent. We would be having these serious conversations. Now, okay, the conversation might have been a little one-sided, but he listened to me intently because I knew he understood me. He also would sleep on the floor beside my bed every night, and in the morning, we had a little game. The minute I opened my eyelids, he could jump on me. But if I didn't open my eyelid yet, he had to stay put. So every morning I would wait a little while because I didn't want to get up right away. I could feel he was staring at me. But then the minute my eye went on, he jumped on me. I mean, talk about a wake-up call. So where I lived in my little neighborhood, we didn't have leash laws, or at least no one enforced them. And we had a big field at the end of the street where Pecos could go and run and frolic with his other friends. Inevitably, sometimes he would come home and he'd be at the back door and he'd be like this, and he stunk of fish. And I'm like, Pecos, why did you do it? For whatever reason, anytime he could find a dead fish, he would just rub himself all over. I don't know, it's a dog thing, but he knew he did it. And then I said, you know, I have to give you a bath now. I mean, you know, don't rub yourself in the fish if you don't want the bath. So I said, all right, in you go, bath time. Now for food, we used to buy this food called Prime Variety. It was a mixture of moist food with dry food, and it was in individual packages, chicken, liver, and beef. Now, I hate liver. So in order for Pecos to get excited about eating liver, I'd go, Pecos, it's liver, it's liver, it's liver. I'd open up the bag, and he'd eat it right away, and I'd go, gotcha. Now, in hindsight, thinking back now, I think the joke was on me, because the manufacturer probably packaged it, chicken, liver, and beef. They probably all taste the same, and we'd never know because I wasn't going to eat it. But one day, I'm on the phone with my friend Jackie, just talking on the phone, and Pecos runs in my room, going, whoo! And I'm like, what? Whoa! And I'm like, Jackie, I gotta go. My dog is choking. Somehow, he put his head in a garbage pail, and he's got a chicken bone in his throat. I don't know what to do. I'm hysterical. I grab Pecos, I run him down to the car, put him in the back seat, and he's going, whoa! And I am driving like a maniac with Pecos in the back going, whoa! We finally get to the vet, and then I look at the big door, and there's a sign, closed for worming all day. And I'm like, not in your life. So I bang on the door until one of the patrons in the waiting room opens the door, and then Pecos runs right in, and whoa, whoa, and all the dogs and cats in the waiting room, they're all running around, causing this big commotion. So the doctor comes out, he goes, what's going on in here? I said, my dog's choking, you have to see him right away. And he goes, I'll see him in a minute. I'm like, great. And he goes back into his office. And meanwhile, Pecos is still running around going, whoa, whoa. And I'm frantic. I don't know how long he can keep this up. And then, from the back of the room, he does one big, and the chicken bone flew across the waiting room. And once that happened, Pachos is happy as a clam. And he's wagging his tail, and I'm like, wow, fantastic, problem solved. I guess we can go. So I'm on my way out of the office when all of a sudden the doctor comes in, and he goes, he's coming in. So I didn't care. You know, money was no object to me because, as you can clearly see, Pachos was priceless to me. Thank you.